Hello. In the previous video, we have discussed about the question number 7. Now we are going to discuss question number 8, 9 and 10. Question number 8 asks us what letters of English alphabet have reflected symmetry, that is symmetry related to mirror reflection. Firstly, I'll tell you what is reflection symmetry. Reflection, do you people see yourself in mirror every day? Yes, we see. Like if I have a mirror here. This is my hand. How does it look in the mirror? As it is here only. But only thing, its right becomes the left over there and left becomes the right over there. है ना? This is called the reflection of a thing. And here it is called the reflection of my hand, what I am seeing in the mirror. है ना? What I am able to see in the mirror, this is the reflection of my hand. Similarly, we have reflection symmetry for English alphabet. Suppose I'll let you know here. This is alphabet A. This is alphabet B. Then this is alphabet C. Then it is D. Then it is E. Then it is F. It's G. H. I'll tell you only for these alphabets. Rest you will do. Suppose if I put it here with A, there are many that can be seen together. Do A looks similar in the mirror? Yes or no? A looks A in the mirror. B doesn't look B in the mirror. C, no. For D, again no. For E, no. That also not look similar. F doesn't. Then do G looks? No, not even G. H, then I. They look similar in the mirror. Which looks similar in the mirror? A, H, I. And they look similar in the vertical mirror reflection. This is called vertical mirror reflection. How vertical? When you people will go with putting your mirror like this from top to the bottom, when you write down your alphabet, this is called vertical mirror reflection. There are two types, vertical and horizontal. As you people, when you draw graph, there are two lines, vertical and horizontal. Similarly here. Similarly, you will draw with H also. Suppose this is mirror, H will look similar in the mirror. Suppose this is mirror, I will look similar in the mirror. Now we will check the same alphabets for horizontal mirror reflection. Then we will put the mirror on the top side like this. Now see this A only. This was the reflection. Now suppose this A. Does this look similar in the mirror? No. B, yes. Here B looks similar in the mirror. So we draw a mirror here and we'll draw alphabet here. Sorry, I forgot to keep some space here. Yes, it looks similar. Then do C look similar? Look at the C. Do it look similar? Yes. So I'll draw a different one here. This is the reflection and this is the letter. And D, yes. D also yes for horizontal one. E, yes, definitely for horizontal one. F, no, not even horizontal and not even vertical. Nowhere it is yes. What about G? Let us see. G and G, no, not even horizontal also, not even vertical. And there was letter A, which was having this reflection, vertical mirror reflection, horizontal. D is also having horizontal mirror reflection. Then you will draw D like this. E is also having horizontal mirror reflection. You will draw like this. This is the mirror you are showing. What about H and I? We haven't seen H. Wow, H looks similar here also. And I also look similar. It means these are the alphabets. Those are having both mirror reflections, vertical as well as horizontal. So you can draw them H with the horizontal mirror reflection H with multicollinear reflection. This is called the concept of reflection symmetry, and you have to answer the question like, first you have to tell which letters have vertical mirror reflection, this one, the straight one. Then you have to tell which letters have horizontal mirror reflection, then both, like these will come in both, these will come in both, this will come in vertical, these will come in horizontal. In this way you have to answer this question in your notebooks. Next is question number 9. Give 3 examples of shapes which have no line of symmetry. No line of symmetry. So I can draw any shape. Suppose I draw this shape. Do it has any line of symmetry? No. Suppose I draw this shape. It also doesn't have any line of symmetry. Similarly, you'll draw any such shapes which doesn't have any line of symmetry. Next is question number 10. What other name can you give to the line of symmetry of isosceles triangle and a circle? 10th question A part, 10th question B part. Firstly, I'll draw an isosceles triangle here. This is my isosceles triangle. Fine, these two sides are equal. This is the side which is not equal. When these two sides are equal, every time we take line of symmetry from between the equal sides, this way. These are equal to each other. This is the non-equal side. And we'll take half of the non-equal side and we'll join to the other vertex. Then we will get the line of symmetry for isosceles triangle. So now, what other name can be given? What other name can be given? The first thing what we did here was, we have taken half of this line. It means these two halves, these one, this is equal to this half. And when we join the half of other side, then there is a rule that it also bisects this angle. It also bisects this angle. When we draw a line of symmetry now, it will always give you the half of the side also and half of the particular angle also. So when these two angles get equal, these two sides get equal, these two half sides get equal, then this line is also known as median of triangle. This concept is new for you people. You people will study in this class. Now I am telling you here. Now I am introducing you here with the new concept in the triangle, that is median. A median is a line which joins from vertex to the half of other side to the midpoint of other side, this opposite one. It gives you half of that particular angle and half of that particular side. And in isosceles triangle, line of symmetry does the same. That's why it can also be called as median of the triangle. Next is circular. I think this answer to you people can also give. What other name can be given to the line of symmetry of a circle? Line of symmetry passes through what? Center of the circle and joins from boundary to boundary and is a straight line. So it is called diameter of the circle. That's all for the exercise 14.1. I'll send you a related video for exercise 14.2 and we'll discuss in our Zoom session. Thank you.